RoboZone is presented by Kettering University. Think differently, learn differently. Stryker, discover your strengths and follow your passion with us. Blue Chip Talent, ridiculously good at advancing careers in IT and engineering. Planning for your future, wills, trusts, probate, power of attorney, and family law. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Michigan Legacy Credit Union, building, preserving, sharing your legacy. Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new season of State Champs RoboZone. I'm your host, Lauren Plant. My co-host, Daniela Bruce, will be along in just a little bit. And of course, our senior producer and editor, Denver Rashawn, recording the majority of the magic you see every week. Well, it's hard to believe, but we're beginning season 5. And just in that short period of time, the robotics technology has exploded. And so many people are using it for sports. So it kind of dawned on us that, of course, you're going to see FIRST Robotics throughout our shows, but there's so much going on in the world of robotics. For example, we're here for coverage of the Michigan VEX Robotics State Championships. Did you know there are 255 VEX teams in Michigan alone? 72 of the best were competing here at the finals. So that's a little bit of what you're going to see. So much more you're going to get throughout the season. But let's begin, since we're here, by learning a little bit about the game Vex Turning Point and what it's all about.
Today, we are having the state championship for VEX Robotics High School Division. So we have had tournaments starting in October, and the teams have won at their local events and had the right to come here to the state championship. Every year there's a new game. This year it's called Vex Turning Point. It's played on a 12-foot by 12-foot surface. The first 15 seconds is autonomous. You want to get out there, and the robots are running all on their own. They're programmed to do it, and you want to win that autonomous round. So you want to have a strong programming there. And you'll see that there are flags that are red and blue, and you're either a red alliance or blue alliance, and you're trying to get the flags to be your color. On the bottom flags, you can hit it with your robot. But the upper flags, you need to have some kind of ball launching device to take and throw at the upper heights. There are caps out there, and they're either blue or they're red, and you want to flip it so it's your color. These robots are coming together. There's some that are playing defense, there's some that are trying to do offense. And again, it's part of the strategy of whether you want to take and be a strong defensive robot or you want to take and be doing all the scoring. And in the end, we have a platform. It has 3 parts to it. You can either be on your part or you can be on the top and be the king of the robots. And so it gets exciting at the end when you want to be parked there and you're there and someone else comes and pushes you off. Yes, it's great.
What's up, RoboZone Nation? I'm Daniela Bruce, and we are all so excited to be back for another season of State Champs RoboZone. I did some work on the show behind the scenes for the past few years, but now I'm going to be co-hosting with Lauren, and I am super excited. VEX Robotics season is coming to a close, but FRC is just getting started. Back in January, we were at Kettering University in Flint, Michigan for the official launch of Destination Deep Space Build Season.
This is the big day. This is the big kickoff for the new game. And so every team that's here today, we have 64 teams attending our kickoff, are here to see the new game reveal.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
I definitely thought there was going to be something regarding space rocks, and I think it's really cool that they're bringing it to space, talking about some of the problems and places we're going with technology to really pinpoint things that are going on in real life.
And now they're in the First Center picking up their kit of parts, and then they're going to go to work designing and starting to build a robot. over the next 6 weeks. It's a busy day for us. We have every classroom in this building reserved for teams that start strategizing. I'm quite impressed. I think it's going to be a fun game. I'm amazed at the number of field parts that have to be built. 4 rocket ships.
Hope that people are able to watch it with the elements sticking up on the sides. It's going to be a visual issue with visitors and people that come to watch the game.
Pretty much excited for any game, so it's just kind of interesting. Wonder what people are going to come up with as far as picking up these giant balls and then being able to also handle these flat discs and all in the same compact design.
Pretty excited to see, like I said, what kind of robot designs, to see what kind of things people pull through with, and I'm hoping everyone has a good season.
We're actually going to have a Robot in 3 Days competition here in the First Center on January 20th. We are hosting the Week 0 event again February 24th. If they want to sign up for that, they need to get a hold of me. And of course, the next 2 weekends after that, we're hosting back-to-back districts. Plus, we will be very active this year at First Worlds in Detroit. We're the student lounge sponsor in Detroit. And so they're going to see Kettering all over down there.
As we head to a commercial, we've got a little RoboZone tradition for you. We like to make you think when you're taking that break, so it's time for some trivia. The word robot is relatively new, although the concept has been around since the ancient times. Do you know when the term was first used? The choices are 1899, 1911, 1920, or 1933. We'll have the answer when RoboZone returns.
We at Kettering believe it's very important to play an active role in the rebirth of Flint, this great American city. We sponsor several teams here in the community center that are composed of students drawn from the Flint community. In fact, when Flint closed a high school in the northern part of the city, robotics team there didn't have a home. They came here, they became part of this community, and now we're proud to say they're a wonderful addition and a part of the fabric of the Flint Community Center. We also have programs at the elementary school and the junior high level. We have camps, and we see students from the Flint community here year-round, learning, experiencing FIRST Robotics at all levels, and also seeing how that provides them a path for the future.
I love working for Stryker.
I'm genuinely excited to come to work every day.
We support each other and look out for each other.
I love Stryker because we are like a family.
At Stryker, I own my career.
There are so many different places Stryker can take me in the next 5 years.
Together with our
customers,
we are driven
to make
healthcare better.
Great people with a strong mission and values can accomplish great things together.
Welcome back to State Champs RoboZone. Here's the answer to our trivia question. Robot was first coined by a Czech writer from his play Rossum's Universal Robots, which debuted in 1920. When it comes to FIRST Robotics, after the season ends, everybody immediately starts wondering, what will the game be for next year? We spent some time at the 2018 FIRST Championship in Detroit, where they did announce the theme for the coming year. But they didn't give us any more details. That wouldn't be revealed for 9 months. So we spent some time asking people what they thought the game would be like. Let's see how close they got to Destination Deep Space.
So next year is the 50th anniversary of putting a man on the moon, believe it or not. And the whole theme of next year's game will be space.
And we've already given you a teaser in the name, but the one thing I will say is there's not a lot of liquid water in deep space, so it's probably not going to be the year for that water game we keep getting asked about.
FIRST does a great job of teasing, getting everybody guessing about what's next year's competition is going to be.
I'm a senior, but I do have to say, I kind of wish that I could be there next year for it, because deep space is always seen as like a huge step in innovation.
Personally, I'm really excited. I grew up loving space and like astronomy, so I'm really hopeful for this one.
I'm really excited for that. Probably the fact that it's one of my favorite topics and favorite fields of science. I'll be having a lot of fun researching for the project.
That sounds really cool. That sounds like it'd be like really cool to watch, I think.
And I'm excited to see how that's going to work next year and like what it's going to be like.
We've gone back and studied all of these teasers, and for the most part, you can't glean much information out of them for good reason. I doubt they're going to let us have live rockets. Could be back to some reduced gravity thing.
Opens a lot of doors for new types of mechanisms that might need to be put in place.
I think maybe we'd be like moving around like meteors or something like that. I don't know.
I'm hoping that we'll have a really cool galaxy theme and have like a ton of like nebulas.
Probably like lunar lunacy, I think it was, which was 2009. So maybe like some slick floors and like a space like background.
We just have to find ways to fill the next 9 months so that we're ready for it.
When it comes to juggernaut teams in the FIRST robotics world, Michigan-based Strikeforce is definitely one of them. One of the biggest supporters of FIRST Robotics is the company Stryker, based out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Not only are they the sponsor for the two-time World Championship team Strikeforce, but they've also started networking and internship events for FIRST students all around the state. Let's check it out.
Well, today we're really excited. We've brought a number of kids that are juniors and seniors in the FIRST Robotics program in Michigan, and we've brought them to Stryker. We want to show them what a career might be like. They need to go to school yet and get educated. Then get back here, and we're going to show them what a career might be like, and they could stay in Michigan, stay close to home, work on really, really cool stuff, surgical robotics being part of that.
So basically, we've been invited down to Stryker to kind of tour their facilities. We've been getting some hands-on experience on some of their products and kind of seeing what their manufacturing processes are like.
I liked how they showed off all the different medical beds and things, like the stretcher and the like loading onto the ambulance, the power load, I think.
My son, he was the tester, he was the patient. So it was really neat to see how they moved it over and robotics attached it and took over, putting it all the way in.
It's actually been really cool to see a place where in a company where it starts from a design and then ends up as a product and see the physical thing, because that's kind of what we do in robotics. It's pretty cool to see all that in the real world applications.
I really want to be in engineering, especially like aerospace engineering. FIRST is definitely for mechanical engineering. It's a really good experience for that. And got to hear from a lot of the mentors on Strikeforce and a lot of the interns.
So the FIRST Robotics program in general is pretty cool because it's a leg up, right? So throughout college and throughout early high school, when you're getting recruited for colleges, it's all competitive atmosphere. And you're trying to get just one leg up so that in a bucket full of 100 resumes or 100 applications, you stand out just a little bit more. I was an intern at Stryker, first with their Florida division of the robotics group, and then I did another internship with their Kalamazoo division, and then eventually got hired in as a test engineer for them. I was really impressed with how professional the internship program was set up. They definitely hire in interns with the intent to move them towards full-time. So the idea was that you came in and it was an extended interview, and if you impress people, then you're able to get an offer letter. So that was fantastic.
We've got more State Champs RoboZone coming up after another quick timeout. Connect with us in the meantime, 24 hours a day on our website, robozonetv.com, or our Twitter page. Follow it at RoboZone Show, as well, of course, on Facebook, YouTube, and IGTV.
It's hard for young people to get financed, and Michigan Legacy helped me get my first auto loan. For that, I'm forever grateful, and I love this credit union.
At Michigan Legacy Credit Union, students are eligible to get a car loan without a cosigner. We are offering car loans to members who are 18 years or older and have not established credit yet. If you have a job, Michigan Legacy Credit Union can provide a car loan you can afford, allowing you to make your first big purchase. Go to MichiganLegacyCU.org to learn more. Start your financial future with Michigan Legacy Credit Union.
Attention parents, if you have a son or daughter approaching college age, you need to listen to this. If your son or daughter is 18 years or older, you are soon going to lose access to their medical and university information because they are legally adults. With proper planning, you can retain access to grades and medical decisions with a simple power of attorney from Planning for Your Future. Don't wait. Call now, understand all of your rights, protect your family with Planning for Your Future.
Are you stuck in your job? Getting frustrated playing the waiting game for the next opportunity to advance your career? Let Blue Chip Talent help. As an award-winning talent acquisition company, our specialty is matching candidates with careers in IT and engineering. At Blue Chip Talent, we take a laser-focused approach to reaching your career goals. We have access to jobs you won't find anywhere else to help advance your career faster and easier. Plus, we take care of you. Employees receive industry-leading benefits and competitive perks. Don't waste another minute worrying because we are ridiculously good at advancing careers.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser.
Probably one of the easiest fundraisers that I'm aware of. It's a logical fundraiser. You're buying a pizza and you're not paying $20 for the pizza. You're actually paying a little bit less for the pizza than what it's worth. And so to me, it's a win-win.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Welcome back to State Champs RoboZone. We are always amazed at how all of the FIRST teams come together in the preseason to create incredible robots ready for competition. The robot reveal videos are the best. Here are just a few of our 2019 favorites. Let's start with this beauty from Team 1684, the Chimeras, who hail from Lapeer, Michigan. Celebrating their 15th season, they've dubbed this year's bot Aether, which in Greek mythology was thought to be the pure essence that the gods breathe. Impressive. Now let's head over to the other side of the world, Northern Sydney, Australia. That's where you'll find the Huntsman from Team 4613, the Barker Redbacks, founded just a few years ago in 2013. Not only can this bot get to level 3, it can bring an Alliance member with them. All right, the award for trippiest lighting on a robot goes to Team 4855, the Ramageddon Squad from South Haven High School on the west side of Michigan, who also started in 2013. And if their bot performs as well as it looks, their future is so bright you're gonna need shades. Up next, another menacing black robot. We're sensing a theme here, except this one calls Greenville, Texas home. Overhang is a creation of the Robo Wranglers, who've been going strong since 1992 and are the oldest robotics team in Texas. We expect great things from this 3-time World Championship team, especially after seeing the way it elevates to the highest platform. And for the final robot reveal of this week, we head back to Lapeer, Michigan to meet Voyager, which dons the familiar Strike Zone green and blue of Team 5460. There are so many great reveal videos out there. We want to see yours. Send us a YouTube link and we may feature it on an upcoming episode.
We are fired up that we have expanded our coverage to include VEX Robotics. And VEX Robotics has caught on in the mitten in a very big way.
When we started about 8 years ago, there were like 16 teams in the state. Today, there are 255 high school teams. There's almost as many middle school teams, and they also have added IQ, VEX for the elementary and middle school teams. So there's over 1,000 teams in the state now doing robotics in what we call the VEX field.
I think it keeps growing because kids are really catching on that science and engineering, I mean, it's cool. It's like an Olympic sport, but how we say it is the students build their athlete. There's a role for everyone. It doesn't matter your physique, it doesn't matter your nationality, your age. You can learn it, you can do it. It's awesome.
I think VEX is a great platform. You can get into it fairly cheaply. There's communication that has to happen between teams, so they're learning how to do that. They're learning how to design, develop, strategize. They're learning how to do problem solving.
this level of competition. They're learning STEM skills, they're learning engineering, they're learning math, science, leadership. They're competing, but they're also working together. So they're all friends, no matter who wins, and who gets the score, they know each other. They've come up through the system together. They've been in, a lot of them do middle school, high school, go on to university. So the most fun for me is just sharing the enthusiasm with the kids. It's really here all about the kids. There's nothing better than seeing these kids compete at such a high level, because they are, the designers, the makers, the innovators of tomorrow. I mean, they are it.
As people find out about this, they want to join and they want to become a part of it. Don't you just love the excitement there? Yes, it's happening.
One final break before we get you guys the VEX Michigan State Finals results. But first, let's take a look inside of collaborative robotics. Did you know that 34% of the industrial robots sold by 2025 will be designed to work safely alongside humans in factories and plants? And over the next decade, the industrial robotics market is expected to grow by 175%. RoboZone will be right back.
Kettering University is a jewel among American higher education. We have some of the finest engineering and science and business programs in the country. All of our students spend half of their time in the classroom and also half of their time in the professional practice of their discipline. Connecting those two things is a powerful way to learn a discipline. We're famous for our contributions to the automotive industry, but we do so much more. We have some cutting-edge facilities in biomedicine and biomedical research, in applied physics and acoustics, some of the most amazing chemical engineering laboratories in the Midwest. All of these facilities are accessed and accessible by undergraduates. Virtually all of our students are employed upon graduation, usually 99 to 100% of our students. There's no other institution that prepares students quite as well as we do.
I love working for Stryker.
I'm genuinely excited to come to work every day.
We support each other and look out for each other.
I love Stryker because we are like a family.
At Stryker, I own my career.
There are so many different places Stryker can take me in the next 5 years.
Together, with our
customers,
we are driven
to make
healthcare better.
Great people with a strong mission and values can accomplish great things together.
Welcome back to State Champs RoboZone. One of the great traditions of FIRST Robotics are all of the unofficial Week 0 practice events that help mentors and students prep for the FRC season. This year, we were in Grand Rapids, Michigan to check out some teams from the left coast.
Oh, it's really cool to see our robot when interacting with other robots and seeing how crowded it would be in real life.
We have a lot more work to do before we compete, but yeah, overall I'd say it's pretty good for being a couple days still back.
I think it's cool that we can do more than one thing. Like last year we kind of focused on one or two aspects of the game, but this year we can basically do every aspect of the game so far.
I think one of our best features is we have a very fast lift.
We like to go really fast.
We have a sub 1 second lift to full max extension.
We have a practice field at the school, but it's not really like a real field. So it was nice to see the robot that we've been working on for so long practice on a real field.
I think our robot's doing really good this season. I'm really excited to see where it'll take us. I personally like the intake. It's kind of like a two-step. So we pick up the ball and then we kind of have another intake that allows us to raise it up and down.
I like how versatile we are. We can score, we can use the hatch and the cargo, and I like how fluid our movements are.
I like that we're pretty consistent. We're really good at doing one thing, and that thing is cargo, and I think that's really valuable in the match. So it's great seeing how much work our team put into the robot. There's definitely a lot more we can improve on.
We had some trouble with the ramp and everything, but I think we have a really good robot this year.
Robot's operating a lot better than we thought it was. It is just a practice robot, so there's a lot of complications still.
So we're learning how to use it for systems,
It won't be the actual robot that takes the field.
We're looking really good. Our hatch panel pickup, especially off the floor. We can place the rocket almost in 2 minutes, 30 seconds, all hatch panels.
So our robot has a hatch intake off the floor, which is pretty nice. It's actually, our practice robot at least, is better at picking hatches up off the floor than it is out of the retrieval station. Obviously that's gonna change.
I think that was something that proved valuable today, and we weren't really sure how that was gonna play out.
The intake was especially difficult, I'd say. It was probably the most difficult part.
For the actual robot, it is stepping the game up compared to all 4 years.
I like our elevator system the most, probably. It's fluid and it's really good at getting to the different levels fast and efficiently.
We lost almost 2 weeks of the build season due to snow days and power outages at the school. For 3 days in a row, they had us locked out of the building and told no staff was allowed in, so we couldn't get our bot out to take it to Steelcase where we could work on it. We're kind of in crunch time. We expect it to be done by week 4, but we're not done yet.
This robot just has a kind of tacked on electrical board, and it doesn't have any of our design features on it. So we're kind of excited to do our big unveil, but we'll wait until game day for that.
To wrap this edition, we head back to East Lansing for the VEX Finals, where the Blue Alliance of Mo Peeps from Flint and High Voltage out of Niles defeated the Red Alliance of Mediocre at Best and the Zip Ties with a final score of 20-10.
We have 4911A High Voltage and 1375A Mo Peeps.
The goal of the game today is to flip caps and flags to your color to win, and the other team can flip them back. So basically we flipped the most things today. Out of the 76 teams this year, we were number 1. Well, this is the 3rd time I've been on a team that has won a title at states. So my whole team is younger than 9th grade, and we're playing in a high school division. So we've got 4 9th graders, the rest of them are middle schoolers. So it's really, really good for us as a first year in high school division to be winning states. I don't think there really is a secret other than hard work and dedication. I think most people, if they put in enough time and effort, could do it. We've put in work since August. Before that, we started designing, and we put in probably over 400 hours this year alone. This is really a good thing for us because we wanted to go to Worlds, but we wanted to go in with a win in our pocket. So. Last year in middle school division, we won the Excellence Award, which is the highest honor given at the tournament. So that was really cool for us. We're hoping we'll probably do a complete redesign before Worlds. We want to add something hopefully to stack onto the poles and then efficiently hit 2 flags at once probably. And obviously a whole bunch of drive practice and auton improvements so we can hopefully sweep at Worlds. When I'm applying to colleges and stuff, saying that I've gone to a world championship, this is gonna be my 3rd time going, it's gonna be incredible.
Thank you so much for watching this week, and we couldn't go without saying a big thank you to our terrific sponsors. We love that you allow us to celebrate everything robotics here in the upper Midwest. Next week, we're gonna head off to Ohio for some more VEX Robotics Competition and our first look at drone racing. It's going to be epic. So, for Daniela Bruce, for Denver Rashawn, I am Lauren Plant. We will see you next week right here on State Champs RoboZone. RoboZone is presented by Kettering University. Think differently, learn differently. Stryker, discover your strengths and follow your passion with us. Blue Chip Talent, ridiculously good at advancing careers in IT and engineering. Planning for your future, wills, trusts, probate, power of attorney, and family law. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Michigan Legacy Credit Union, building, preserving, sharing your legacy.